Welcome back to LostWinds. I'm your host, Helium Lemon, or Helium Lemon 15. In the last part, we discovered that kind of mysterious place, the Chamber of Memories. And in this part, we're going to try to get back to where we were and figure out if it did anything good. And my capture card is having some audio problems, like I can hear it like buzzing and stuff. So there might be some video lag when I actually do this. So apologies, as we all know technology isn't perfect. And I remember I was going to open this video by saying that the Cardi B commercial for Pepsi needs to die. The one where they had this series of commercials where it's like, oh, I want a Coke. Is Pepsi okay? Is Pepsi okay? It's okay! And then they make it like Pepsi is so much better than Coke. But in my experience, I hate both. They taste almost the same except Pepsi is worse. So I don't know what to say. I like the one with Steve Carell in it only because I like Steve Carell. The one with like Cardi B or whoever that is, whoever that like star that everybody either loves or hates because she's a musician who's really only known for like being sexy or whatever. You know, one of those great American cultural icons that we have to look up to these days. And she's just like, she keeps saying, oh, krr, and it's like, it's the stupidest thing. That commercial needs to die right now. Deo, can you hear me? Oh, Toku, it hasn't worked. We must return to...
Enril, thank the ancients you are alive. We feared the worst when Balazar broke free.
You can hear me again. This is wonderful. Tell me, old friend, what has happened to Mistralis? Where are the other spirits?
You have returned during very troubled times, Enril. Let me explain. After the spirit stones shattered, the other spirits realized the true threat of Balazar's new power. Our only course of action was to hide amongst the people of Mistralis. To do this, I transferred my spirit to a secret location I hoped nobody could, but I could find. And, excuse me, I need to chew my cud like a cow for a second. And to protect this secret location even from myself, I sealed my memories within 4 sacred chests. You have found the first chest, and in doing so, restored my knowledge of who I am. We will need to find the remaining 3, or I will be unable to use my power to assist you, Enril.
Will you take me to the chests?
Alas, my friend, this is where my usefulness ends. One of the chests is located within the old mines, the entrance to which within a cavern to the west. I would take you down there myself, but these old bones are not made for such rough terrain.
Toku, do you remember where you found me? There was an entrance into the mines from there.
The remaining 2 chests I can't seem to recall the location of yet. Perhaps soon I will. Toku, it seems that your mother's adventurous heart has been passed on to you. She will be most proud of all you have done so far for the spirits, but there is still more to do. Enril, I believe you to be in good hands. Toku will serve you well in reaching the locations of the chest. You must be quick, for if you were able to find me, then Balazar's power cannot be too far behind. Good luck to you both. Return to me once you have located the first I've found the first chest, I thought. Anywho, so Pepsi is worse in my opinion. I don't really know. I'm not qualified to have an opinion on the subject. But I just wish that people would stop, drinking Coke because these commercials make them feel so good about it. These commercials make people feel like they are freaking saving the world by drinking Coke. They equate like loving other people with drinking Coke. Whereas Coke is a sugary beverage that does not taste good. It looks disgusting. It's bad for you. It's so much sugar in it that it's bad for your calories. It's bad for your brain. It's all this. And people are, watching these commercials for Coke and for McDonald's and whatever it is. And just, 100 years ago, people weren't so worried about the world. People were like, human nature is corrupt, but at least the world will keep going on. The world is slowly, the world is being damaged
and it's being more and more damaged by us. And pretty soon we're not going to have a beautiful planet to sing songs about anymore. It's going to, I don't know how long it'll take. It might take, 100, 250 years, maybe 1,000 years. But do we want to take that risk? And part of it is, our diet, the food that we eat coming from plastic containers, plastic, being not biodegradable, so plastic just sticks around, clutters up the environment. So we have these massive trash landfills, literally islands of trash floating in the ocean. We're releasing greenhouse gases into the air because of the beef and the lamb that we're consuming, and in some cases shellfish, poultry, and fish are adding to greenhouse gases as well, but mainly beef and methane. And I'm sorry, I'm probably turning off some viewers because I just got really preachy about the environment, but I think it's not good to, be, what's the word? Complacent or even, unaware of what's happening around us. So, here's another power. What do we got? Congratulations, you now have the power of vortex. Hold A and draw a circle, then release A to create a vortex. Use the vortex around... So this can be a little annoying, but let's see if I can get this to work right away. There you go. So that is a funny looking instrument, and it's like a musical version of those rocks that we've seen around. That's a thing, and I want it. But we'll get to that eventually. And this thing will, make a musical tone every time you use the wind on it. Obviously because it's hollow, but I just think it's an incredibly funky thing. It does not carry over between certain screens. Here's a rock enemy that we can use Vortex on. Vortex can be finicky, but I've gotten it to work most of the time. Here you can also destroy the ground using a rock, and that's about it. That's it. That's all. Mayana. That statue was not even hidden. Let's keep going. This cave music is also beautiful because of the Japanese... I'm not sure if that's a shakuhachi. That might be. Also, it might be time for one or two of my stories about this game. This game makes me think of Dune by Frank Herbert for whatever reason. It's not even a book that I've read, and... come on. And one day when I was in, I think, 9th grade, 9th or 10th grade, I was doing a playthrough, no, it must have been 11th grade, because I was playing this on the big TV. The second, never mind, that's too complicated of a story. Really? Really? Okay. I came home from school for whatever reason, and... Oh. Well, I'm explaining this terribly. I was playing this game on, a day I had off from school. I was at school, and I saw somebody had left a copy of Dune by Frank Herbert just kind of lying around the floor or in the office or someplace, and I was like, I wonder whose copy of this book this is. I didn't take it home and read it or anything, but I was thinking about that when I came home, and now, for whatever reason, this game makes me think of Dune. I also watched the Dune movie recently, And I know that, like, that movie is disappointing to, like, movie fans and people who are actually fans of the books. And I understand why now, because I know a little bit of the story. But still, it's a fun movie to watch just kind of for fun. Because I love Kyle MacLachlan. David Lynch has just such a weird sense of humor. I watched it with my dad. He was like, there's some things that are just so corny about this movie. Like Sting with his ridiculous blue Speedo. What are we doing, actually? I feel like we need both of these rocks, but I'm not sure what for. Oh, okay, so there's a thing over there, and there's a thing over here. One of these is progress, and one of these is a statue. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to end this video until I find a place to save. Because I want to turn off this game and go get back to with my life. Or at least get a drink of water. And this is a little frustrating, but it's okay. It's not okay. Okay. Shut up. You're not a freaking pigeon. So I guess the one that's progress is usually easier to get to. Because game designers almost always assume that you're a pleb and you're not going to find simple things. No, I'm kidding. And that's a statue. Hey, halfway. So yeah, we're about the halfway point through the game. And I guess I can tell my other story. When I was in 9th grade, I had started at this new high school that had this really arbitrarily tight security, and they didn't allow you to, like, bring beverages into school, which my dad wanted me to bring, like, you know, I was gonna bring some hand sanitizer and a drink to go with my lunch. And they were like, no, only bottled water, we gotta make sure it's sealed, because, like, it was just a bad school. They had to have some obtuse security. How much time do we have? Okay. This story is getting really off track. So, my dad would have, like, a brown paper bag, put a drink and hand sanitizer in there, give it to my para, and then she would take it to school and bring it to me. And Dad started doing like little drawings on these paper bags that he would bring to school for me. Crap, I messed up. I'm supposed to be finding something. Oh my gosh, I'm not thinking. Oh. Yeah, here's one of the places I remember. So Dad would always do these drawings for me based on something from life. And so one day I was at home playing this game, and I was talking about, you know, kind of the 2.5D graphics of this game, and, you know, how it's basically, you know, you move in 2 dimensions, but the backgrounds in these visuals are all these beautiful 3D environments, beautiful details, and especially this cave area. I liked it a lot. So then Dad gave me a brown one of those paper bags to take to school that had a drawing of the like the caves, the mines from this game, and it made an impression on me because there you go. Yeah. 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 How much further can we get? I kind of want to stop playing this game already, but we'll see how farther we can get, how much farther we can get. Oh my gosh, this is kind of annoying. Wait, I know what I need to do. Let me figure out what I need to do. This is what I need to do. Boom. Boom. And there you go. Come on. Yeah. Okay. I think that puzzle is only for that statue. So let's keep going. Can we go down in this place? Oh, I kind of want to go back and save, so let's try doing that. Or I'm carrying this plant no. Let's just go back and save. And I will see you guys in the next part of LostWinds. Goodbye.